Alright everybody, we are back with part 5 for God of War Ascension here, and yeah, now we're already in chapter 21. There's actually, I think I mentioned it before, there's 30 chapters in this game. So we're moving through it pretty good here. We are now on, I think this chapter is called the Forearm of Apollo. So we're still in the Apollo statue area. This is going to actually be majority of the rest of the game. You kind of spend the last act here. Basically the last third of the game. So one of our first collectibles in this is going to be an artifact, so we'll have to pick that up. And then, like I said in the previous part, our Phoenix Feathers and our Gorgon Eyes, we fully upgraded the magic and the health already, so any chest we open from here on out will just be red orbs. Because we were already getting some red orb chests. I'm still going to point them out, and I'm still going to label them in the timestamps. They'll just be labeled as extras, because the red orbs that they do give you will probably give you enough to get all of the upgrades in one playthrough. But yep, we just got Orko's power. I accidentally did that, but it lets us kind of create like a duplicate. It actually tries to teach us right away here, but yeah, we got into a fight with the Furies in the last one. Only 2 out of the 3 of them. We saw how the one lost her arm that she didn't have at the beginning of the game. So right now they're just trying to prevent us from getting our next artifact that'll help us break the illusions. So that's kind of where we are with this story, but let's start moving this. Nice and slow. This basically helps us hold stuff down. Yeah, right after we do this, we can actually grab the next artifact. It's gonna be right in front of us. Right over here. Which, this should be the Stonemason's Chisel, I believe. So it's gonna be this one right here. That's actually our 7th one out of 10. And then literally right after we pick that up, there is actually a Gorgon Eye chest right here. So we can grab that right away. Get a bunch of extra red orbs. Which means I might actually want to invest in some firepower upgrades. Because the extra attacks we get from this are actually pretty helpful. And then I might want to invest in some of the magic of the lightning ability. I don't want the last attack though. Let's just get this other one. Yeah, the magic attack for lightning is really good, but we don't have enough for it yet. We only need 4K though. But now we just continue. Yeah, we can also use him in combat for a little bit. He'll sort of fight with us. Damn it, he only did 1 attack. The nice thing about the flame attacks that we just unlocked from the upgrades is that it can stagger them back a little bit. And that damn slam down attack. Yeah, now we're cooking with fire, literally. Now, we actually do have a phoenix feather chest in here, but we basically have to solve the entire puzzle in order to actually get it. Which, I think we gotta climb up this thing first. Yeah, here we go. This chest that's under us is actually another one that some people don't point out. I think it's because they forget to backtrack. The game does tell you that you can get it, though, right after you open the gate. We need magic. Because normally the game wants us to go forward from here. But as you can see in the scene, once the camera pans out, it actually reveals that we can come back down here and get it. I guess we can read this note really quick. We can also fully upgrade our lightning power right now, so let's just do that really quick. There we go. Now we can finally use some magic power with that. The only downside to coming back for this chest is we have to climb all the way back around. Alright, we're back around now. This will get ourselves over. Yeah, we get quite a lot of use out of Orko's power. I actually kind of liked some of these powers that they give you in this one, the platforming. I almost missed that. Alright, back outside. And here we are back here again. Yeah, I'll try to show the lightning power here. If I didn't get stun locked. Get like a massive hit combo. Hey, relax, Cerberus. Did this lady just die already? Can't believe she outlived the Cerberus. I would not have expected her to have outlived the Cerberus by that much damage. Let's look at these. The odd thing about this is that you can see that one Phoenix chest up there. It actually respawns, so you can get an extra one here. Because we actually picked up a collectible in the exact same spot. Kratos, you're locking onto the wrong thing. That'll help us get back up. Yeah, we can grab that Phoenix Feather chest again. That actually should be all the collectibles in this chapter. Sure. I'll open this again. Now we can actually get all the way to the top. Great, here's one of those guys. I'm getting hit by the fire. Can they stop drop kicking? I don't even know where I am right now. Let's see if we can spawn another guy. This attack. Alright, big guy's dead. Alright, get me out of here. Oh, we're getting there. We're almost at the top. This guys actually did a pretty decent amount of damage. Keep swinging along. Too bad we couldn't just repair the statue first. There we go. This is quite a climb here. Those always kind of make me nervous on the emulation whenever, since that one glitch I was having, where he wouldn't actually make it across that one jump. Luckily it didn't happen on this playthrough, it only happened on my other one. Grab the mace. That was extremely good teamwork. Keep queuing up attack right as I do, which means they attack through my attack. Alright, they're dealt with. Now, we actually do have some extra Phoenix Feather and Gorgon Eye chests right here, right after that fight. Should give us another really good boost in red orbs. That'll actually be all the collectibles in this chapter. Maybe we should invest in another one. Should we do Ice or Hades? I think Hades was working out a little bit better for me than Ice was when I was trying it, so let's invest in this. There we go. We have about 1,000 left over. Just start investing in that right now. We actually need health. Love seeing eggs. Can't parry that. Knew he was gonna do a side sweep, I just parried too early. I don't know why I keep trying to parry that attack. It's like the one that you can't. Good thing he grabbed me, now I can just kill it right away. Jesus. Oh, come on, there's another one. Well, actually, knocking it off the edge there actually killed it, so that's good. Alright, now we have the whole furnace puzzle here. Is there anything extra on the sides here? Yeah, here's a health chest. Break that open right now. This doesn't need to be in here right now. I don't know if I even need it in here. I think we only need to put it in there later. For now, we gotta actually mess with this. We gotta pop open the other side. I think our next artifact is actually coming up pretty soon here. Here's a note. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have an artifact right on this table, yeah. Which should be this, Archimedes' Treatise. I guess we can open this. I might want to leave this here, but oh well. Well, there he is. There's Archimedes. He died here. But that's usually how it goes in God of War. Everybody's just dying. If Kratos isn't killing them, they're dying from something else. Jump on down there. These are also some extra Gorgon and Phoenix feather chests right here. These ones are pretty much unmissable though. Those will cause a spark, so we can light the furnace with that. There we go. Basically, we gotta heal the flame with the amulet that we have. But first, we're gonna bring it over here. Now we can move it into the elevator shaft type area that we had it in. That'll get the liquid inside of it. Damn, it's kind of spilling out here. Alright, I guess I might be healing it then. Actually, wait a second. I think I'm misremembering this. I think I need it right here. There we go. I was gonna say, I knew I had to drag it back into that room. I just forgot it needed to be in that spot. These guys are sling throwers. Get rid of the Gorgon right away. How are they taking so many hits? Actually, we can kind of do the Hades power here if I stop getting stun locked. That one's alright. Kind of pushes them all to safety though on the first hit, so that they don't really get hit by the next. He's still alive. Alright. I think we cleared them all out. That guy withstood so much damage. Gotta head back up. I don't think they replenished that one green chest. I don't think that killed them. Nope, it didn't. Maybe if we hit him off of this edge, it will. I actually think they're still alive. Yeah, they are. Those ones were very resilient. Have to worry about them though. This one we actually need to wait for it to come back. I wonder if I can be okay here. There we go. There's a red orb chest over here. Actually, two of them. It's a little bit faster to hop here. this part being pretty fun. Jesus. Actually, you know what? I'm curious to see how much hits we would actually get out of this since I'm not getting stun locked. This would actually probably be the spot that would be really good for the 1000 hit. If we would have done it right from the start. Because that is a lot of hits right there. This one's a little trickier because we actually have to land on this. Alright, Shoulder of Apollo. Damn it, that's a lot of shield, guys. Actually, it's so many shield guys that I can't pull a shield out of their hand. Gonna make it. Actually, he somehow missed. Definitely needed 2 elephants. Oh, this one's already dead? This one went out really fast. Another one dead. Damn shield guys, always with their stun locks. See? Every time. It's really hard to pull their shields out because it's so easy for the rest of them to just hit you. Let's get rid of that asshole. Gotta get rid of all these other enemies first. Okay. Still stun lock me right there. I remember when that used to actually disarm them. When you would parry them. It does not do that anymore. Didn't want that. Alright. Gave ourselves enough time there. Jesus. That was a battle. Getting there. We're repairing it ever so slowly. Yeah, those shield guys, when they're in numbers like that, they can just keep you in a fight for a long time. We actually have enough red orbs to fully upgrade, wrong button, fully upgrade our ice. Do that right now. There we go. All of our types of elements have actual powers now. These also have upgrades for 5,000 orbs. You can kind of hold off on those for now. There's actually a trophy for not dying in this part. It's not really that tough, but there are some tricky parts. Especially when the camera starts facing you. Like this. But we would have gotten it right there, but I got it on my other save already. Now we're back in the furnace. I actually think it wants me to go back up again. keep stoking the flames here. Of course they give us armored guys. Which actually, if we parry them, we can easily throw them in. Oh, he fell. Alright, we don't have to worry about the fighter anymore. You can actually see our artifact on our left in that corner. We'll pick it up when we kill all of these guys. Yeah, once we get rid of them, we can pick up this artifact right here. Which, this should be the statue worker's idol. Yeah, this is actually our second last one. I think our last artifact is closer to the end. It's in chapter 28, I believe. But yeah, that one's actually kind of easy to miss, because you wouldn't expect something to actually be there. We can just... I need magic, actually. Let's leave one of the other chests. Let's pop this guy open. Here's the light. Now we just need to get the eyes in place. It still hit us. Yeah, it would be really nice if you could hit them with ice while they were lit up like that, and it would actually change what would, like, the outcome of it. Like, it would actually get rid of the flames. Did someone else try to attack besides the sling dude? That'll just slow them down a little. No! That knocked me into the flame. Can it just try to grab the one guy I can grab? They're all dead. Yeah, I kept trying to grab the armored dude right next to the guy that wasn't armored. Oh, there's 5K. Can actually get one of these upgraded. There we go. This is actually the last one. This missing one we have doesn't actually have an upgrade, so we just need 5K red orbs to be able to get every single upgrade. Which we do still have some extra collectible chests to get. Well, that's perfect timing. Well, now we just have to activate the eyes. Which, I'm wondering if we should just do that really quick before we end this part. Just what we wanted, more of these guys. What's the main one? Not sure if I like that one. You can actually shoot electric orbs with that one. Trying to pull them out, but I keep getting staggered. Guy, stop going underground. the game actually stutters a lot when we have these enemies on screen. Am I really gonna get stagger locked here? There we go, got him. Alright. Oh, great. Now there's sirens as well. That was a good combo. Alright, we can kill one of them right now. All these projectiles. Every time. Jesus, they really made us fight for it, didn't they? Yeah, 2 sirens and one of those wraith dudes. I always forget what they're called, but that is not a fun combination. Alright, what do we want to do first here? I think we actually have a extra Phoenix Feather and Gorgon Eye chest. It might be on this side. Actually, before we do this, though... let's move the chain that's up here. Actually, do I want to pull this or the chain? Let's pull this first. Alright, that does move our platform down here. Now we can move this over. Was there a red orb chest tucked away? Yeah, let's get that red orb chest first. Alright. Let's get up that ladder. Yeah, these are our extra Gorgon Eye and Phoenix Feather chests as well. Very hard to miss these. Alright, now this, we need to get this guy ready. He's still active, right? I don't even see him. Yeah, okay, I see his feet now. There we go. The statue is fully operational now. Big ass ladder to climb. And naturally, the thing's still alive. They always have such a long wind-up on their attacks. Nope, I don't need these things in the fight right now. Now we have to kill these still. These ones that he spits out usually don't have nearly as much health. But there we go. We're on like the fourth or third last chapter now. Is there anything tucked away? No, nothing in the corners. I think this is probably where we'll end part 5, though, now that we fully repaired the statue, which means part 6 is definitely going to be the finale. It could be a little bit shorter of a finale as well. There's at least a half hour or more of stuff, but it might not hit that hour mark, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, we got a lot done in this one. There's actually only one more artifact, which I think I mentioned before, but I think there's actually only one more extra Gorgon and Phoenix Feather chest as well. That would put us at 24 Phoenix Feather chests and 28, which is all of them in the game. But yeah, so we're moving through it. A lot of crazy stuff is going to happen. There's one level, or one chapter, I think it's called the Trial of Archimedes. It's pretty brutal. They throw a lot at you, and you don't really get that much health, so it's kind of like one of the tests of combat sections, technically. It's a huge battle. So that I am looking forward to doing again. It's mainly because of the sirens. The sirens are so annoying in fights because they can just like zap you between all of their electric attacks and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still a very fun game. I think I may have said that we'd be moving on to God of War next, but we're actually going to be moving on to Ghosts of Sparta next, which is one of the PSP titles. I always thought that this game kind of set up God of War 1, but I always forget that Ghosts of Sparta is still technically in between the events. But I'm excited to replay those. I just remember certain platforming sections being annoying on the PSP ones, but overall they were really good. So we're moving through it. I'm also really excited to finally play Ragnarok, which is obviously going to be a very different type of game, like 2018 was. But yeah, excited to continue these. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to anybody who checks these out after they go live or when they go live. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you in the finale.